Good morning. I'm Peter Milios from the Finance News Network. All three major indexes fell into the red after the minutes from the Federal Reserve's May meeting raised concerns of persistent inflation, suggesting any rate cuts are likely to be pushed out further. The Dow Jones fell 0.51%, the index's worst session in May. The S&P 500 finished down 0.27%, and the Nasdaq Composite closed 0.18% lower. Minutes from the April 30 to May 1 policy meeting showed a readiness to raise rates if inflation didn't drop towards its 2% target, reiterating the Fed's reluctance to lower rates and a willingness to tighten policy if necessary, despite the expectation that inflation would eventually reach 2% over the medium term, possibly later than anticipated. Nvidia reported their much-anticipated Q1 earnings after the market closed. The numbers beat expectations for sales and earnings, and the company also provided stronger guidance for the current quarter. Nvidia also announced it will split its stock 10-1. Nvidia reported net income for the quarter of $14.88 billion compared with $2.04 billion on the previous corresponding period. The company said it expected sales of $28 billion in the current quarter versus current consensus of $26.61 billion according to LSEG. Nvidia's shares were trading close to 4% higher in extended trading. In company news, Target shares closed 8% lower after reporting softer than expected earnings numbers. The company cited weaker spending trends in discretionary categories. Prices are on the decline for numerous items at Target and Walmart, reflecting a shift in consumer sentiment after 3 years of elevated inflation in the US. Target announced this week that it intends to reduce prices this summer for 5,000 products, spanning from dairy to household essentials like paper towels, aiming to enhance its competitiveness. Similarly, Walmart informed analysts last week of its price reductions on a wide array of grocery items. In recent mining news, Anglo American has turned down a $73.9 billion offer from BHP. Despite this, Anglo has given BHP an extra week to present an enhanced fourth bid. Anglo disclosed to the LSE that BHP's third bid, 9% higher than the previous one, offered 0.886 BHP shares for each Anglo share. BHP CEO Mike Henry stated that this was the third offer and was the final one. Turning to US sectors, the worst performer overnight was energy, which was down 1.83%. The best performing sector was healthcare, which closed up 0.2%. In other news, despite consistent growth in gross domestic product over recent years, over half of Americans perceive the United States to be in an economic recession, with 56% attributing responsibility to President Joe Biden for the perceived downturn, as per a new Guardian/Harris poll. China's highly anticipated issuance of Yuan 40 billion or US $5.5 billion special 30-year sovereign bonds faced 2 suspensions during its market debut on Wednesday. Exchanges warned against abnormal fluctuations and advised investors to consider risks rationally. Beijing aims to issue Yuan 1 trillion in 20 to 50-year sovereign bonds this year to finance critical sectors and stimulate growth. The initial bonds debuted on the Shanghai and Shenzhen stock exchanges, departing from customary over-the-counter trading. Looking ahead to the Australian landscape, the SPI futures are pointing to a 0.9% fall. Thank you for listening and have a great day.